the energy of the 6 in June and the 6 and 9 combination is potent. It can be very subtle and manipulative. It's potent because it's personal and it's soulful and it's deep. It is your own personal truth, the things that you have buried within you that you share with no one, maybe just yourself and your soul and God, that part of you that is yours and it's divinely yours. That's the potency of the combination of the 6 and the 9. When I connect with that energy and frequency, or people who have that in their number code, there's a wisdom to them always. Like I can always see a piercing wisdom, and it is usually masked with a tremendous amount of service, giving, doing, outpouring. So a lot of times those people are clinicians, physicians, nurses, social workers, teachers of some sort that just are giving, mothers, parents. A lot of times they have dedicated themselves to being of service, but often so much so that they have denied the self and the service. Get this, this is the paradox of the 6 and the 9. The service actually becomes servitude or bondage. So think about, and this has been a deep question for me these last handful of months, is where my service has become servitude and bondage, and I become resentful of service versus having a wellspring where it just transmits. It just is, versus doing it from a place of scarcity or the definition of my value or worth in some sort of way. So taking a look this month, that potency of the energy code of looking at the bondage of self and also how you show up in service and how you also are of service to yourself. So you can be loving and supportive to those around you. And it comes from a wellspring of energy that feels reciprocated energetically. So really look within. Another few things around the energy of the 6 and the 9. One of them is just a heaviness of responsibility. The 6 is very dedicated and deliberate in terms of suiting up and showing up. And I use that often because it resonates with me deeply. I suit up and I show up. But oftentimes I have suited up and shown up when I didn't have anything in me, and then I just can turn it on and tap dance. And I have begun to disentangle some of that suit up and show up if I don't have it in me. So really be mindful of what you are saying yes to, what you're committed to, and why. And of course, yes, there's adulting and life and responsibilities and kids to be picked up and bills to be paid. That is part of our human experience. But where does responsibility become energetically taxing and heavy and burdensome? And how can you unburden yourself? And for me, sometimes it's in my awareness or my attitude. And that's the starting point. And I think the combination of the 6 and the 9 is a starting point of us reattuning to a higher energetic frequency and attuning to a higher way of living and being. And it's going to take some listening, some deep, deep listening. The 6 and the 9 is also very intuitive, different than instinctual. And if we go back to Saturn in Aries, Neptune in Aries, the instinct is important because that is hardwired in Aries energy. It's about willpower and instinct. The energy of the 6 is intuitive, and it's emotionally intuitive. So this time frame is about discernment. The 6 and the 9 is truly about discernment through experience and awareness. And the listening is key in terms of what is on your plate for the day, what are you responsible for, and how do you approach that? How do you engage with your responsibilities? Are they overburdening you and creating overwhelm? Or are they creating greater happiness, well-being, and freedom? Those are questions to really ponder. And remembering to get still and say, what is my energy teaching me right now? Not what is this experience teaching me? What is my energy revealing to me right now? There's also with the energy of the 6 and the 9, I think before this happens, it can be a little chaotic because it is highly emotional. That energy, it's kind of it's intense is what it is. It's like a determination or I'm responsible, I'm mature, I'm capable, I will get everything done. So it's an underlying urgency or push. And I encourage you to look for that within yourself and where it may show up. But as it starts to shift, there's a detox that can happen. So this to me is a month of exceptional detoxification. And however you choose to approach your detoxification, do it. Whether it's doing a physical cleanse, if that is right for you in your diet and your health needs and body, if it is a purge of things in your house, that's a cleanse. If it's, getting a facial and some dermaplaning and they're getting off the dead skin, or doing a body scrub, if that's a cleanse and a detox, do it. But an energy cleanse is where you can find, I think, pretty substantial, effective, fundamental shifts, evolution, and change. The combination of the 6 and the 9 is a fertile place for energetic awareness and sensitivity. So play with that this month. It's also like walking into a room where you just get a bad vibe. And sometimes we stay even though we get a bad vibe, but it's listening to the vibrations in your energy field. Or you walk into a room and you feel uplifted light or peaceful. Notice your energy, which again takes listening. And there's a gentleness. Again, it's potent, but it's gentle and it's subtle. You'll miss it. If you miss it, you'll miss it. So enrich yourself this month through your awareness of your energy field and what your energy is relaying back to you.